Good afternoon, everyone. It is such a beautiful day. Everything is just perfect. Even when we were setting up for rehearsal, big drops of rain. But now it's cleared the way for something very, very monumental in the celebration of coming together of many people, of energy, of memories. We are so privileged and very honored to be here to participate in this wonderful occasion, a rebirth, reopening for Hancher. With Rinde, Eckert, San Jose, Taiko, we are calling in the energies not of just only the music, not just only of the artist, but all of us together that are here today. It's the energy is vibration. Your energy, your vibration is as powerful as the vibration of the Taiko. They say that once a sound goes into the world, that sound never ends. One sound of the drum, one sound of spoken word, one sound of even a thought in your mind, a sound of your action is everlasting. So today, we're not performing for you, we're performing and celebrating together. This energy that we're infusing into the ground to infuse in this new home for Hancher is such a blessing. And I want to invite you for this next song to participate in that infinite sound that will last forever. It is this vibration. It is this sound. You will help us with a song called Song of the Sky. Kind of a little bit of a coincidence that here we have now under this immense blanket of blueness that started off with a lot of gray. It's starting to color our world. I would like you to join in sustaining a note, whatever pitch you want to be at. And this is what we are actually putting into the ground. Also putting into the air around us, sending up to the sky. Songs of the sky.
They call them houses, the great stages of the world. Halls and houses. Houses in halls, halls on hills, houses beside rivers, rivers that run without thinking, rivers that rise without thinking, rivers that... Let's review. The rain came, the river rose, the house flooded, the stage flooded, was ruined. So far, at least, we can agree. And agreement here is... Look. This house, this ruin, this ghostly monument now by the unthinking river was a house of agreement. We come to such houses, such halls, to agree, not about meaning, not about beauty even, but witness. We gather in collective witness. We agree to look, listen to what's said, what's sung, what's offered. We leave our homes, our comforts. We brave the weather, hot or cold. We drive to it, we walk, we shuffle, we limp to it. We come mostly at night through the dark, the near dark. We see it lit up, a lighthouse, a house of light by the river. The river, the origins of which are far off, its end unknown. We file through the doors of this hall in an orderly way, kind to one another, respectful. We sit together in silence as the lights dim and the house disappears, the great hall disappears, and our own houses, our particular loves and hates disappear, and we agree that for the moment we are letting the world be as large as we can imagine, as fair, as great, as generous, as colorful, as terrible as the world is. We are more like the river as we sit in the dark, as we watch and listen in the dark. We are more like the river, our origins far off, our end unknown, and we flow as the music flows. We are carried by words, by light, by the dance, like water on the unknowable river, the unthinking river, the river that belongs to no one, that can't be bought and sold, the river that is greater than what we like, what we hate, what we want. This river that we know can swallow us, that we know can ruin what we build, no matter how fine the idea, no matter how beautiful the house, how noble the purpose. Let's review. By the light of fires, in a clearing by the ancient rivers, in the amphitheater of Epidaurus in ancient Greece, where one could hear the whispers of the fates from the farthest row of marble seats, to the Globe Theater where the Bard of Avon, to Carnegie Hall where Artur Rubinstein, Miles Davis, Yo-Yo Ma, to Hancher Auditorium where Dave Brubeck, the Kronos Quartet, Bill T. Jones. No need to finish these sentences, no need to complete the list of names, the long list of names. We are in agreement. We have been witnesses here for years, as the artists flooded in, as music flooded out, as dancers lofted themselves on the boards, as words were hung in the air, as song by the great, the near great, the soon-to-be great, the simply well-meaning or charming, all manner of offering, the flood of idea, the flood of beauty came and went, like the rain, like the water, here and gone. Let's review. We all agree a beauty was taken from us. A great hall, our house, taken by the rising water of the life-giving river, the life-taking river. The water runs on still, unimpressed by us. Our cries are no more than the cries of birds here. Our shouts like the barking of dogs to the majestic river. Our wringing of hands to the river are like the swaying of branches in the wind. The river is unconcerned. The river runs on. And we want it to be so. We want rivers to be rivers, rain to be rain, nature to be nature, while we witness, while we stand in witness to it all, singing, dancing, our pleasure, our grief, by the light of the ancient fires, in a clearing by the river, in these halls and houses to which we journey from our safe places, our particular loves and hates, to celebrate our nature, our humanness, our humaneness, our humanity. Let's review. 3 men died making that building there, that monument, the now ghost of a great house. 3 men fell and died. Their names are written on a stone nearby so that we shouldn't forget them. So that we shouldn't forget the cost of grand things. Jack T. Hain, 23 of West Branch, Oscar Tappan, 47 of Riverside, and Glenn A. Heron, 31 of Center Junction. The memory of these men has become a part of our witness here. But it's not just these men. It's the idea they represent. They represent all those whose sweat and blood build such halls, whose hands push the stones into place, erect the great walls, hammer and weld the steel frames, wrestle the boards into place in the sweltering heat of summer and in the bitter cold of winter. A crew works, and something fine is built. And it's this idea we carry up the hill to the new site. We carry these names up the hill: Jack T. Hain, Oscar Tappan, and Glenn A. Heron, so that we may always be reminded what was taken from us in the process, what grandeur costs, so that as we enter the majestic lobby, we don't lose sight of ourselves, our place in the world. Let's be clear. There is no saving the ghost there. She's gone, but her soul is with us by the river in this clearing where we build another beacon on the hill. Conscious of what it means to be here by the river, set apart. Let's be clear. This is a destination unlike any other in this town. That's why we place it here, far enough from the commerce of the town so we won't be confused what it is we have here. This is not an extension of business as usual. This is not about buying and selling. This is not a casual affair. This is not to be confused with a store or a restaurant or a movie theater or an office building. We need to have to walk to it over some distance, to have journeyed some to get here. We need, for a proper witness here, to be removed from our daily concerns, to agree that here at least all our differences, the commerce of our days, is yielded up, and we are gathered as one to be large people, to be generous, to be thrilled together, to be reminded who and what we are at our best, beyond the commerce of the day.
Thank you very much. How are you all enjoying the performance so far? I have to thank Chuck Swanson for inviting us out to be part of this special occasion. Hancher, as many of you may know, has a special place in San Jose Taiko's heart. So it's been a wonderful process getting to collaborate with Rinde, who is a native of this area, and find meaning in a performance that's fitting of such a beautiful site and a beautiful ceremony. I'm gonna catch my breath a little bit. The next piece that we're going to be performing is called Day of Remembrance, or DOR. Day of Remembrance is actually an event that's held in San Jose, Japantown every year to commemorate Executive 9066, the order that interned over 120,000 Japanese Americans during World War II. Now, what the song is about isn't really so much about the internment itself as it is the positive perseverance that many Japanese Americans in the Japanese American community embodied during this time of strife. So the song is about positive feelings. It's about celebrating our Japantown, but in a broader sense, it's about celebrating those who came before us to make our path that much easier. So this is a tribute to Hancher, it's a tribute to our Japantown community, and it is a tribute to you all. We hope you enjoy Day of Remembrance.
They call them sources, the great rivers of the world. The Nile, the Tigris and Euphrates, the Tiber, the Seine, the Thames, the Yangtze, sources all, the nurturers of civilization. We recall them here where we build our house, our hall, our stage, our gathering place. And we will continue to gather here as it turns out. We will suffer the great house to be built again. And once again, we'll find ourselves journeying in the dark to a house of light on the hill by the river, where one sits with friends and strangers alike, and the lights dim as the house disappears, and we are moved, transported, cajoled, jostled, aggrieved, amused, provoked, comforted, confused, awestruck, delighted, mesmerized, relieved, fulfilled, angered, amused, and inspired, together in a great house by the river, the origins of which are far off and the end of which is unknown. Together in the great hall to mourn our dead and celebrate our lives and dance our questions and sing and speak our hearts and souls, and in concert find ourselves here in concert.
I almost don't know what to say. Listen, I won't keep you much longer. We lucked out. I can't believe we did it. All day long. I finally decided this weather today was symbolic of the last 5 years of what we've been through. But I've been thinking about this as I was watching, and we all have special events in our lives. We all have weddings and graduations and funerals. When you invite your family and your special friends to come, and for Hancher, this is one of those events today, with all of you here, and especially with San Jose Taiko and Rinde. I'm almost speechless. I've got to tell you, this has been a whole wonderful story about how this all happened. Where's Mitch? Mitch Hirsch from Pele. Mitch, we've got a whole group of people from Caesar Pele's office. 4 of them came from New Haven for this event. But Mitch, 2 years ago, told me, I told him the story about the workers that had died when Hancher was being built. And he said, Chuck, he said, in Japan, what they do is they have ceremonies where they bless the ground. And so I said, Mitch, that's so wonderful. I said, I know the group that would be perfect for this. So right away I called Roy, and Roy, even at the time of the flood, he said, Chuck, if there's anything we can do for you, let me know. And so we had a project with them back in 2006 going all across the state. Spencer was one of the communities. We even have people from Spencer who came down just to see this today. But Roy said, we would love to be a part of this. And then Franco, we started to talk, had more discussions, and they talked about the Taiko piece, where PJ typically talks about Taiko peace and how making yourself bigger than what you actually are to make a difference in the world. And Franco said, we need a Hancher artist to talk about Hancher. And Franco is the one who really said, Rinde would be perfect. And I said, you're right, Rinde would be perfect. So the next phone call was to Rinde, and Rinde said right away, I want to be a part of this. So a big thank you to San Jose Taiko, to Rinde. This is the best way to kick off this construction of Hancher. So another round of applause, and I'm not done yet. None of this would be possible without John and Sue Strauss, and I got to tell you, they couldn't be here today. So everybody, a big round of applause for John and Sue. You hear their names often, and that's because of their generosity. They are just terrific people. So please, when you see them, tell them how wonderful and moving this was. And I also want to say, I mentioned Mitch. There's a group here from Pele. It's Mitch, and Gina's here, and Amrit's here, and Katie's here. OPN is well represented. Dan's here. Susan's here. We've got, of course, Mortensen Construction. They helped us with the fencing. They're all here. We've got the most wonderful team. They've done the most terrific job, and you all wait. We can sit here and we can dream, but I got to tell you, wonderful things happen in that place, but you haven't seen anything yet. So a round of applause for the team. And where's Nicolosi? He didn't leave, did he? Our world-renowned Nicolosi. Where is Nicolosi? We have Nicolosi and Postmaster Jill St. John, and they have Nicolosi, a world-famous artist. He has done a portrait of the the original Hancher building, and you can buy one. There's only so many of them. It's a commemorative envelope that will have a postmark stamp on it today. And if you don't have the opportunity today to buy one, for 30 days, right, Postmaster? For 30 days at the post office, the Iowa City Post Office, you can, if there's any left, you can buy one and you can get it stamped. There's one other thing I wanted to say. I know. I just want to give you a sense of where we're at, in terms of the building. The stage, this will all give you kind of a sense of the size of the new Hancher. Where the stage is, that's right where the overhang is for the new building. And if you all, when you get done here, looks now we're going to be, blessed again with great weather. If you want to walk over here and you see the yellow, there's a long yellow piece of steel, that's where the orchestra pit is. And then I had a lot of questions about, is this high enough? Are we going to be okay? And I got to tell you, the stage in the new Hancher is 13 feet higher than the stage in the original Hancher. So yes, we are going to be fine. And one last thing too is, Rinde mentioned the names. I would like to just have, if we could, just a few minutes of silence, and that's for the 3 construction workers, Jack Hain, Glenn Heron, and Oscar Tappan. And I know that Glenn's daughter was going to be here today. I don't know if she's here today or not. But, right, oh, great. The stepdaughter. Okay, thank you very much. So, a moment of silence. And just to close, I would like to say once again thank you to everybody who is a part of this design, construction, and I have to say it, financing of the new Hancher. And I want you to give a round of applause to everybody. And I got to say that this entire group can be a part of that group, if you would like. How about a round of applause? Standing ovation. Once again, thank you for being here. You can tell everybody that missed it that you were glad you were here.